What's up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here on Ascent Sports. Welcome back to more NFL 2019 game predictions for the team. Now, I've been slowing down on making these videos, but I was at a good pace. Now I gotta, make sure, I really make these videos because today we're doing the NFC South. Then we got the NFC West and the East, and then we got the Super Bowl and playoff predictions. So which are based off of these records. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get this going. I just started college classes back up, and not only that, I have some other work I want to do on my main channel. So yeah, I'll try to get these up as I can. But today, NFC South, we got the Saints, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers. So yeah, before I give you my prediction for the records of these teams going into 2019 season, I want to give this disclaimer in every videos. If you've been watching all these videos, you're probably annoyed by it by now, but I just really want to reiterate this so, new viewers on these videos don't think this way. But there's nothing to be mad at about these videos. Please try not to get mad. I'm just having fun. I'm just predicting. It really doesn't matter what I predict your team going, even if it's good. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is how these teams actually play and perform during the 2019 season. So yeah, if I have your team going bad and you're angry about that, please, just stay calm about it. And I haven't really had too much trouble with that, surprisingly. But let's get into my NFC South predictions. Alright, let's start off with the New Orleans Saints. Ooh. Honestly, this team should have went to the Super Bowl. Honestly, that call, pass interference call was unfortunate. Or the lack of pass interference call was unfortunate. Even makes it worse that the Rams lost the Super Bowl and had the performance they did. I mean, not defensively, of course. Their defense played good, but offensively, it was kind of disappointing because, Saints fans were probably like we should have been there. But yeah, and then the year prior with the Minneapolis Miracle, gotta feel for Saints fans, honestly. You gotta feel for them. And not only that, I've seen a lot of predictions where a lot of people have the Saints regressing. To be honest, I said this for another team too, unless I'm missing something, I don't see why. In fact, I have them going 13-3 again. I think they're going to be really good and back at it again. Back in the playoffs and back, possibly number 1 seed, possibly number 1 of all NFL. So, yeah, I like the Saints still. I think they're still a really good team. And I think, nothing's really changed. Plus, I'm just going to reveal this now. But I think they're going to win the division again. I just don't think the Falcons, Panthers, or the Buccaneers this year are going to challenge them. We'll wait till I get into their records to see if I have another playoff team or possible playoff team in this division. But I just think the Saints are still really good. So yeah, week 1 got, of course, winning against the Texans, even though I think that's going to be a tougher game. I do have him losing week 2 at the Rams. But then, winning in Seattle, winning against Dallas, winning against the Buccaneers, winning against Jacksonville. I do have him losing in Chicago, but then beating Arizona. Then after the bye, beating Atlanta, beating the Buccaneers, sweeping them, beating the Panthers. Then I have them losing to the Falcons at their home field. And then, beating the 49ers, beating the Colts, beating the the Titans, and beating the Carolina Panthers again, sweeping them, and only losing one divisional game to the Falcons. So splitting with the Falcons, sweeping the Buccaneers, and sweeping the Panthers. Going 13-3 is a pretty good way to win the division. I think so. But yeah, I've seen some 11-5, 10-6, even 8-8 for this team. That I don't understand. Like, maybe I'm hyping them up too, but maybe they do go like 11-5. But I do think this team is gonna win the division and go to the playoffs again. So yeah, that's my opinion. I don't know if it's yours, but yeah. All right, moving on to the next team in this division, the Carolina Panthers. Now this is a record that I'm not 100% comfortable with. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. I think this could be potentially too low. The reason I have it this low is because I don't know what's going on with Nguyen. I think he's gonna be injured. I don't know. He was shaky last year. I thought I saw some things about him, like not playing and like he's injured, but I don't know that for a fact. I know they still have Christian McCaffrey, which he's a stud, but other than that, I don't really know too much about their wide receiver stuff. Their defense is kind of concerning. But yeah, I just don't really know about this team, and it appears to me they have a pretty tough schedule. So I have them going 5-11. I know Panthers fans are probably gonna be mad at this one. It's really, the main thing is I don't know what's going on with Cam Newton. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe I am right. I don't know. I don't think they had the best year last year. It looked like they're having a good year, but then they just tanked somehow. So maybe not. I'm gonna just stick with it though. So yeah, Panthers fans, don't hate me. I don't hate your team at all. It's just how it turned out. Let's just look more like LA Rams week 1. I think they're definitely losing that. I'll have them beating the Buccaneers week 2. And beating Arizona at their home field. But then, losing in Houston. I have them losing to Jacksonville. I have them losing to the Buccaneers and splitting with them after the bye week. I do have them winning in San Francisco. I do that losing to Tennessee, winning against Green Bay, losing against Atlanta, losing against New Orleans, losing against Washington. I do have them beating the Falcons once, splitting with them, but then losing to Seattle, losing at the Colts, pretty much definitely, and losing to New Orleans again, getting swept by New Orleans. So, turned out 5-11. Honestly, a lot of people are liking Green Bay. That might not even happen. Maybe they'll beat the Titans. Sorry, almost said Texans, but I meant to say Titans. Maybe they'll beat the Redskins. Yeah, they could probably beat the Redskins. I just have them losing because I was giving Redskins a win here. But yeah, I mean, other than that, not too much different. I don't think they're going to have the best year here. I think it's going to be around, yes, like, 7-9 at best. I don't think, unless the Panthers really surprise me. So yeah, I guess I am sticking with my 5-11. It might be a little bit low, but I just don't really know what's going on with Cam Newton, and the Panthers team in general right now is just, not doing too much for me. So we will see when they actually play, though. Okay, next up, a team that I'm personally kind of on the wave for is the Atlanta Falcons. And this team had a bad year last year, but they were very, very injured. However, Matt Ryan himself had a good year. But I think they're going to be back this year. I don't think, they're going to be that much back, but they're going to be back, as in they could possibly make the playoffs, of course, as a wild card, because I always said the New Orleans Saints are going to win the division. But I have them going 9-7. I think 9-7 is a pretty good record for the Atlanta Falcons. I have them beating Minnesota week 1, losing to Philly week 2. I have them beating the Colts, that's an iffy one. That's a pretty good upset they get because it's at the Colts, and a lot of people are liking the Colts. I have them beating the Tennessee Titans. I have them losing to the Houston Texans, winning against the Cardinals, losing to the Rams, winning against the Seahawks, losing to New Orleans for the first time, winning against Carolina, losing against Tampa Bay once, winning against the Saints, getting one over on the Saints, then losing to the Carolina Panthers, then winning against the 49ers, but then losing to Jacksonville. That's one that, they kind of a choke. And then finishing off a win because, they're close to playoffs, but maybe not quite that yet. Maybe, so they're fighting. So they're going to pull this one off and get over Tampa Bay. So, 9-7, they split with each of their divisional opponents, Carolina, New Orleans, and Tampa Bay. So yeah, I try to take an account of a couple different things here. For example, I think the Falcons, at least last year, they were kind of choking some win. I think they're going to choke some here. Like, for example, probably should sweep Tampa, but they're going to choke one to that. Probably should beat Jacksonville, too. They're going to choke one there. Maybe even the Carolina one could consider being a choke. But I think they're going to get some good surprising wins here. I think they're definitely a sleeper team here, potential sleeper team, the Falcons. So, yeah, that's just my personal opinion. This is why I'm having the Atlanta Falcons at 9-7. Very good chance for a wild card spot. Not guaranteed, but we'll see how the other ones go, and we'll see if the Falcons can make the playoffs in my, bracket thing, or for my predictions. All right, and last but kind of least, I'm sorry, but last, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And honestly, this team's probably going to be bad this year. Everyone knows this team's going to be bad this year. I have them 3-13. They're just not going to be the best team. Devin White was a good pick. He's going to be something in the future. And if they continue drafting like that, then they're going to be something. Just Jameis Winston is just, I like him, but I just don't think he's going to be like any better as a quarterback anytime soon. So I feel like they should move on from him eventually, if sooner rather than later. However, they still got Mike Evans. He's definitely a beast wide receiver, possibly top 10. And they, like I said, Devin White, being other than that, it's not looking any good. So yeah, 3-13, I think they're going to go, losing the 49ers, losing at the Panthers. I have them beating the Giants. Maybe that's me being mean to the Giants. I don't know. I did this before Daniel Jones played any preseason and looked good. It looked decent. It was the preseason. We don't know how it's going to go. But this is early in the season, so Eli Manning's probably still going to play. So I'm definitely sticking with that. The Buccaneers winning against the Giants. Of course, losing to at the Rams and at the Saints. Those are two really, really good teams back to back. Away. That's hard on the schedule. But I have them upsetting Carolina, and then losing at Tennessee, losing at Seattle, losing to Arizona, losing to the Saints, getting swept by them. However, I remember that upset I have them against the Falcons. I'd have them beating the Falcons once, and then losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars, then the Colts, then the Lions, then the Texans, and then the Falcons. Yeah, 3-13. I don't see where else they could win here unless they get an upset. Which upsets are very possible. They upsetted the remember the whole Fitzmagic thing. They beat the Saints and then the Eagles week 1 and 2. So they could do something like that. Although they don't have Ryan Fitzpatrick anymore. Maybe Jameis Winston steps up. I don't know. I'm not even 100% comfortable getting them a win against the Giants, or even actually, I'm pretty comfortable at them divisional wins because there's good upsets in divisional games. So yeah, I like the Falcon and Panther wins, but Maybe the Giants won. That one could go either way. I'm giving it to the Buccaneers, just maybe because I'm being a little bit generous. So yeah. All right, so that was my NFC South predictions. Just to recap, in first place, winning this division, I have the New Orleans Saints at 13-3. In second place, for a possible wild card, I have the Atlanta Falcons at 9-7. In third place, I have the Carolina Panthers at 5-11, and then in fourth place, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3-13. So yeah, I for playoff wise, I like the Saints being secure and the Falcons being possible. I don't think Carolina and the Buccaneers are gonna make it this year. Even though I said my Carolina record may be too low, I don't think it's that low. I still don't think they're gonna make the playoffs and that. But yeah, that's just what I'm feeling. Remember, I'm no analyst, so I could be dead wrong. The Buccaneers could win the Super Bowl this year. I'm not that stupid though. I don't think they will. But yeah. Anyway, now I'm just making jokes. So yeah, that's gonna be doing it for me, guys. Next time I think we're moving on to the East. I think the West, because I for AFC I did North, South, West, East. So I'll probably do North, South, West, East. So next time we'll be doing the NFC West. So yeah, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. No, it's always up to you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Watch it for me. Goodbye.